in the smoke. It fades now. He loses his guys and will eventually get caught. Dupree's push doesn't find too much. They have to hold it.
Defuse it. Hope for the best. It might still work out for them. One more kill will do it. They're not defusing, and it's going to work. It's Astralis who will be finding that defuse in the end. They had to go for a chat, and it was 10 seconds on the nose when they started defusing there. 1 HP on Glaive as well. A single bullet would have taken him down, but the covering fire, the low HP of G2 does lead to an Astralis victory here. 1-1. With the bomb planted, you're almost guaranteed to see a response here, but just a Desert Eagle for Kenny so far, so they could be hedging their bets and going for the AKs in the following round.
Yeah, well, an AWP in his hands is absolutely vital for G2. We were talking about some of his stat lines on this map in previous matches. He can just do dirty, dirty things, either peeking into the A-bomb site on that T side, on the CT side, defending, moving around, being very, very agile. It's going to be a very key weapon. Oh.
It's a bit of a kooky angle, and Almanex managed to get a good bit of aggression up there. I wonder if he can get his info on sandbags, though, because for now, they have dug Device into that sandbags position. It's often overlooked, especially when there's no utility to be thorough. And these wall bangs from Zipex, they're so effective.
And then it changes to the Mac 10, so doing the damage with the Deagle, swapping on through, and then, well, not going to clear sandbags here.
Yeah, they're probably not even going to consider that. Device could be on for an absolute massacre of a sequence here. We'll see if the flashbang is going to be effective. We can definitely see that one. There's a couple of kills on the 3, no problem. Now, going to be looking for that ace. There's the quad kill for Device. And Jax, he'll be towards middle. Nice shot. Fair play to him. This wasn't the force buy. They'll be getting AKs out next round. So we did expect Astralis to have quite the upper hand here. But 2-1 guarantee to see if Jax can do any more damage. It would be up to the likes of Zipex to give it to him. You can see he's got no armor. Just a matter of time before he's taken down. We'll do a little bit of damage towards Zipex, but that's it. We have got 2-1 AKs available. G2 will have no AWP, however.
So it will be the Mac 10, the only sacrifice they'll have to make.
I have some good news, boys.
What's
up?
that?
The Skybox, it's updated to the most current version of Vertigo. So we can bust her out here this evening if anything crazy is happening. Keep your eyes on any smokes or flashes that these two nerdy teams might be pulling on out.
Device is very, very capable at containing that ramp aggression. It seems though, what just happened to their health? Hunter with a fantastic two-piece though. Does claw G2 back and firm control of the round. Amanek forced off of the flames. Nexa with low HP is actually going, he get caught here, and he does. The bomb will not be planted. A spectacular lineup from Device.
Yeah, very confident, and there's an incendiary to deny the plant further. You can see Amanek scrambles to get the bomb down here. They will allow him to do so, and it's Kenny S defending from the sandbags here. Amanek does manage to peel away, and the retake begins here. It's not looking good for Amanek. He goes down to about 1 HP, but Kenny S, he pulls things back. It's actually a 2 versus 2 now. They still have a Molotov, smoke, and a kit available for Glaive. That'll land on top of the bomb now. Nullifies the Molotov, and the defuse should be happening momentarily.
So Device's responsibility makes a lot of sense. The fake, the frag, they are low. Amanek the same. Soundcube, the molly!
No.
Glaive just backed up into it. That was supposed to be the fake.
Round.
That should be the round right there. There's no time for Device. And just like that, Amanek's flames have done all the hard work. He doesn't really know what's going on. Can't believe it.
Does he die as well? No, it's cool. So Device will be giving that round away. Can we see the replay? We have to see how he fell into the Molotov. It must have been him retreating. Ninth out, dropped down from the side perhaps. And it all went wrong. 2-2. G2 winning by the skin of their teeth. It was Device. He managed to deny the plan. Great wall bang as well. It was looking fantastic, and it all comes down to this moment where he just has to save the AWP, gets the kill, so he takes all 5 down, bear that in mind, and we do save the orb. So will be Astralis calling for a tactical timeout here. You'd assume G2 are going to buy, but the money's so low, there'll have to be a couple of compromises. So next with 3,600, same story for Jax, there'll be a Galil's, maybe even Deagles.
Still very early stages of this game. It doesn't feel like we've only had 4 rounds go past, but Astralis, they have a chance right now, even after losing that round, to steady everything that they need. They have the kit in the hands of Device. Glaive can actually buy one as well.
They're not buying.
Opting not to. Just going to stick with the snapping turtle right there, the 5-7.
It's funny with a round victory, though.
Oh, on the G2 side of things, yeah, we've spoken about this before.
That's true. They just won a round. I've never commentated a round where someone's eco'd after winning.
I think we had it happen like a couple weeks ago.
It was on the nose before.
That's right.
It was like they had a couple of AKs.
But that was for match point or something. They were like 14. This is unusual.
But honestly, like in 5 years of casting, this has never happened.
Someone reminded me of one that I definitely spectated, but it didn't stick out in my mind. It was 100 Thieves when they were at the Berlin Major. They also had a round where they had won one and then they had to take the save or do a partial. I don't remember the specifics, but it's so unusual to happen. But I think just with the way that the
round went down there.
Yeah, and the way the economy swings back and forth, if you surviving with hardly anybody or nobody, it's just going to get very, very difficult here. So G2, what a horrible feeling. You win the round, you take a save, or just a partial, and here you are just clutching at straws, basically.
And the 5-7 becomes very powerful. You can see, 4 players without helmets. Kenny has no armor whatsoever. So we can have a field day with that particular pistol, the snapping turtle, as Chad put it. And towards the middle we go. No utility to speak of on the G2 side of things here. So just trying to stick together. You can see them all attached, making sure they can trade off each other. Have a lot of damage inflicted. It's a good incendiary, though. Magus will be caught out. It's going to be a trade from Kenny, so they might have a chance here.
They certainly might. It depends on Device, and he's looking pretty crispy. So was Jax, though. He does manage to shut down the sniper. Hunter, if only he had the bomb, there would be so much space there, but instead, he's on the A site, rotating through. He could get a flank, but he's being very loud about this, and with only 10 seconds, this could be his death, and 1 bullet, there it is.
He needs to die.
6, 5. If he keeps the rifle...
No, the
Mac-10 Eagle is not the end of the world, I suppose.
Yeah, but he would have gotten a loss bonus of, what, 1,400, which would have meant that he definitely could have got himself the AK. So maybe he'll get one dropped across right now, but the money's still horrible on the G2 side of things. This is so puzzling.
Yeah, they really haven't done well here. After winning a round, they took an eco, and they've spent too much.
And Amanek's got 3.4 in the...
Yeah, they didn't even plan.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This hurts a bit.
Yeah, this is a very interesting one to diagnose, perhaps, because I'm not really sure what happens at this point. I've never seen this before, as I mentioned. And going forward, this is uncharted territory. It's difficult to work out what they're going to do after this one. So they've saved the Mac-10, but as Chad said, he gets no extra money. So they've got a Mac-10. He could afford to drop an 8K and then just get flashbangs to use the Mac-10 himself. Yeah. That's something. It might be their only option. Or he drops a Mac-10 and gets his own AK out, etc.
So they're partial buying again, but this time they can invest enough to do at least a set piece.
Yeah, they could actually get the bomb planted, perhaps. But still, the chances of that lie in favor of Astralis up against Tech9s and a Mac-10 here. And bear in mind, they won round number 4, and now they're going to lose 5 and 6. That's if everything goes down the way I see it. There's always a chance this work out. It's just not that sort of map. You're battling for A control, normally due to the frags. We'll see if they can break open towards middle. They've got a decent set piece, as we anticipated. They don't manage to get the quick kill, but maybe Jax can hunt down his prey.
They're fast.
Very quick, but doesn't look like it's going to get them too much. You can see a perfect flashbang in support. And the rest, well, it's just dissolving for G2. Kenny trying to get out of dodge.
Yeah, these sort of rounds are a lot more powerful than the likes of Mirage, because you can actually lock the CTs out and actually have a good chance there. You can see they were trying to use momentum behind them, surprise towards middle. It's a nice little gambit from them. They managed to get the Molotov down. Quick pounce, but Astralis handled it very well indeed. 4-2, money finally stabilizing, but they're only going to have $1,900 in the next round. Bear in mind, they didn't start with the loss bonus. They started at 0 because they won that round, then took the eco. That's why it's a strange result. I think you're better off taking the gamble there when you have a chance of breaking down the money of the CTs as well. I thought that was a perplexing option, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're 6 rounds in, and already Astralis G2's got a scratch in our heads. That's not something you can anticipate with most games of Counter-Strike, but already Device also onto a consistent and a rather potent orbing presence. He's on 11 frags already. You can see how neat and tidy this one ended up.
Can Kenny buy an orb? Because he invested heavily in a Tech9 armor and a full set of grenades just then, and they didn't plant once more. So he can't even bring out the AWP here.
We're halfway through the half. What's going on?
And like I just said, he fully invested in a Tech9 and a full set of nades. So here he only has an AK-47 and 2 flashes. They only have 2 Molotovs. Amanek has no nades. All right, let's see how this one goes.
I mean, they're the first to admit at this stage. I don't think it's gone well at all in terms of the finances. And Glaive, hungry for blood. Looking for that second kill here. It's roasting to a crisp. Surely gets taken out, and there it is. A couple of kills now for G2, but the bomb has been spotted. Down towards scaffolding, and we have got a 3-on-3. Best chance they've had in a while, to be honest with you. Hunter and Nexa, they're removed. It's normally Hunter who's instrumental towards the A side of things. And Jax, key frag, goes in Xipex's favor. Bomb still down.
Look at the flank as well. They've contained them. Dupree, he's got them locked in towards A now. He doesn't have to do anything else. He can just sit and wait. Once the threat level reaches red, he can push on through, lock them in, and it should be done and dusted.
Calm as you like. Device will knock another down, and the flank from Xipex this time. His presence on short has been very successful throughout this half. Astralis are looking deadly, like, you know, like changing the conversation, changing the dialogue, and taking a look from the CT perspective. Device and Xipnix have locked down A consistently.
And now look at the money again for G2. It was, what, roughly 2,700 across the board. They had the loss bonus of 2,400 coming in there, so they can't buy yet again. They have had, since round 4, a round that they won, 2 partial buys, a gun round with AKs and not full utility, Kenny yet to have an AWP, and we're in round 8. And they have pistols again.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult half to recover now. G2 know they've dropped the ball in a few departments here. And now they've allowed Astralis to really build up a nice bank of cash, especially after this round, chat. They're going to get another, what, 3250 on top of this for winning this cleanly by virtue of kills. They're going to have AK-47s, probably be fine for not the rest of the half per se, but a good 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, not only that, they have been successful in every single round's opening duel. They're currently sitting at 8-0.
How much does this personify the idea that we say that they just sit around in spawn trying to bait out grenades, and we've got Kenny S just jumping
Literally
up and down
spawn
on a porta potty, just waiting, using this like a timeout. And it's kind of encapsulates everything we tell you that that's why they do it. That's why they go for pistols, no armor, just to bait out grenades, have a bit of a timeout, and just talk about their future.
Yeah, like so they're all talking to each other now. Like, I plan to retire in the countryside.
Yeah, the 5-year plan.
Yeah.
All laid out on the server right now.
Oh, what are you going to do with your winnings, Nexa? Either way, eventually reaching its climax, they will probably be good for one. If that mid player sticks around, you can see Glaive doesn't look like the kind of player that plans to stick around here in middle, but
he's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it. He's flirting with the idea. The back and forth.
Oh, the sound cue.
That's enough. Vegas is here now. They can lock this one down with a quick crossfire.
Good for one. Mow down by Glaive. And it's 6-2. It's time for G2 to start pulling their finger out and pulling perhaps some weapons out. Won't get the AWP again unless he wants to go glass cannon. And okay, now we get that T-side all. Very potent, but Astralis, they've managed to build up quite the bank over the course of these already discussed economical woes for the international squad that is G2. Can't call them the Frenchies anymore. Fast smoke going to be coming out from G2 from Amanek. And he's got flashes alongside it, 2 to be precise. That'll enable them to have the advantage advancing up the ramp. Xipex, he's been throwing this nade every round, real simple.
Bear in mind, we're in round number 9.
Look how good it is.
And it's the first time we've seen Kenny S in the AWP now. So over the years in Kenny S lineups, that's been a comment I've uttered a few times. We say he's so influential, he's so good on this map, and you don't see him with it due to the financial decisions. Here comes a full commitment, looking much better. Next up, and Jax cracking the A side wide open here. Should be around already. That confirms it. Amanek will take down Dupree. 5 versus 2, Glaive and Device. Can't even think about this one. But as we mentioned, the money's already built up to such an astronomical level. Device might be able to stay around and do something with this. And unfortunately for him, has been spotted. Nexa takes him down, and just up to Glaive to try and do some damage on the exits.
Yeah, if Glaive can get a couple of kills here, that's probably all he's worth. Winning this round, well and truly out of contention right now. Bomb is half ticked. Has a full set of nades. Doesn't really have to go down. It's only financial damage you're inflicting on the other side of things here. So here's the first, and he converts. He's good for 2, and he's out of there. So enough damage has been done. Glaive's happy enough with this. He's going to die in transition. Amanek will finish him off, but as Henry was just saying, money is good. The bar will come back out, and maybe Astralis will be more assertive over towards that A ramp now. The grenades are doing good damage, but you just can't let G2 walk up in that fashion. Those contact plays are something we've seen them do time and time again, and when you have individuals like Hunter, Nexa, they hit some bangers of shots.
Well, that was more like it. That was back to business as usual for G2 at that point. That's the sort of round we expect from them. With the Kenny S AWP out, they're hitting some of their key shots from their star players. That was much better. But can they keep it up here? They have been wounded early on. Remember, this is one of the last few remaining of the T-sided maps in the pool right now. And G2 have got a lot of work to do. They're still going to win this half. 6-3 down. We enter round number 10. And Glaive Aggie as ever, looking to spray them down for the smoke if possible. This time not taking a severe amount of damage to kick things off on either side. And they might be going back for a B set piece here. And you've seen a lot of teams boosting up, dropping the smokes, trying to sneak their way up towards B. It's a lot more viable these days, and the pop flashes are deployed. Dupree, though, using that secondary AWP, and actually misses a shot you'd think he'd have at the lock and key.
Yeah, and now look at them. The bunnies have already made it to B. Pushed up on the Jenny, and a missed shot again from Dupree. It's double from Amanek. Hunter's found one as well. The site is theirs. Device got to find a quick one at this AWP. He won't be able to contest the plant. Kenny's supporting as well. A quick one, but not possible. Nice hold. And that's another for G2. Quite the pivot.
And now the money's gone. Look at this on the CT side. Then they get the $1,900 loss bonus going into the next. Device, Dupree, Zipex, they've all bottomed out. If Glaive goes down, you can add his name to the list. Oh, he's getting close. Seeing if he can take this off away from Kenny. The warning shot's being fired. He'll be heard now. So Glaive will do his best to save, but Hunter, well, he's going to do what he does best and hunt him down. Dead.
There we have it. Finally, Astralis have been broken. Took a while, but 2 rounds in a row for G2 have finally taken them out of contention. We are going to see $2,500 on average, as Astralis almost certainly will take the eco here. There's no real reason to partial buy into it, and with $2,400 coming to their accounts next round, they've actually got a pretty decent haul, generally speaking. So a Desert Eagle for Mages, considering a bit more money. The rest of them, though, as expected, full eco. Not really much you can do with this map. It's not really designed for full stacks. You're going to see them try and send it towards middle.
That's
That
nice.
just actually works out, and he can get a second there. Look at that damage inflicted down at 2 HP. Could have created there.
Yeah, that nade from Nexus done a lot more than he anticipated. He's going to be pushed now. He's got to deal with it. Does spot the head of Device, getting a bit overwhelmed. Now it's getting a bit awkward. Does tuck in. If he loses this as well, he has to get both of them. He's under so much scrutiny. Jax, let's not forget, he lost his health as well. Device could actually get both with 20 HP, no armor, and a USP. He's ratting this.
Cavalry's coming.
Oh my God, one bullet from any of these weapons and they get out of jail.
Oh, it's so close to the full eco victory. Nexa and Jax 1 bullet away from certain death, but now Zipex in a 4-on-1. Things have calmed down here. It's the clutch minister, but I don't think he'll be doing much about this.
This one's not in his portfolio. You know, he's not too bad. He covers most clutches.
Sure.
But this one, you know, he said, look, not for me.
Yeah.
It's a highly volatile market, the 1v4, no armor USP clutch.
Yeah, they're a wild bunch. He saves those. Usually saves them for majors or really big moments. So right now he'll just hold on to the AK-47 and do his absolute best. Now I brined the chicken for about 2.5 hours longer today. I don't know if it made any difference. It was the same for me.
I really regretted not getting to my chicken sooner.
Well, yeah, because it was hot when it came out of the oven, and then cold after you shower, I'd assume.
Yeah, well, I thought I could get away with a quickie. I couldn't. But it was still delicious, and the honey roasted element of your sweet potato.
Yeah, there was carrot in there as well.
German word for sweet potato, by the way, is quite fun. Süß Kartoffeln.
Nah.
It's a whole thing.
Nah. They lost me over here. When they got Dirty Das and...
Oh, that whole thing. I actually rage quit German lessons today.
Really?
Yeah, and they changed that. Not the isn't safe, neither is A.
That's true.
Apple, an apple, that's pretty much as complex as it gets in the English language. The Germans just like to really confuse everyone. It's 6-5, and we are back with Astralis' buy. So let's see if they can lock it down again. Will G2 return to A? We saw that having mixed bag of success, but now they've got the full set, and the full nades are on their way. Let's see. This is going to be a brawl.
It really is.
Oh, so many flashbangs. Look how fast he's out. Wow, Glaive got to go fast. He's actually pushed all the way up. Very brave play. I'm not sure that the G2 gang are going to be anticipating this. They will likely flash.
Oh, it's given the option for Zipex to try and bait him in here, but the wallbang started to be attempted. Actually lands as well. Glaive will pull one back. He's to try and drop the smoke here. Surely they'll swing on his position. Mage is trying to protect the best he can. And there's the bomb. Astralis with 3 kills, open things up here. Kenny pulls one back. It's the wallbang towards Glaive. Bomb still down there, 1 minute 15. And Device, that was a lock-in. He could see the barrel, but Amanek, he reads it well. The flank shut down and the round back in contention for G2.
We knew it was going to be Chaos. Magis did so well to profit from the chaos caused by Glaive and his aggressive positioning. Now Kenny trying to support the push-up. Passive lines held by now, by... Oh, Zipex He was holding it, does get caught, and they're in everything pretty damn cleanly today. Recovering the AWP as well for Device into the next makes a lot of sense. He's on 3.2. Perfection. 7 for Astralis.
Now, quickly for people wondering what Amanek's nades are doing at the start of the round, we're just going to highlight that. So he's over towards the crane position. The smoke will land towards the top of scaffold to stop them having early information. And the flashes that he's throwing over top are for anybody who wants to go aggressive on the ramp on the CT side and take some fights. Just inconveniencing them and hopefully taking some vision away. So that's Amanek's smokes and flashes at the start of the round, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you very much, Chad.
Flashes at the start from T-Spawn. Never thought I'd see the day.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. And we'll get into a tactical timeout for G2 here. After giving out the previous round, a nice aggressive push from Glaive yielded 3 early frags for Astralis there. Nice crossfires, and it looks like we have Amanek on the Mac 10 here, Chad. So he could afford the AK. They definitely could have dropped him as well, but they're going for one of those more conservative approaches. They're not spending their money, but maybe they've got an idea. They spotted a vulnerability on the map, perhaps.
Well, they're going to have to go real fast here. 4 Mac 10s, a Deagle, and
this is they definitely could have got like at least 3 AKs out. I'm really interested to see what they've got up their sleeve. This is the second controversial decision I would say they've made. Not necessarily the wrong one by any stretch, just get that out there. That's the first 2 kills for Astralis. Zipex taking down those Mac 10s, no problem. And now, what have they got left? A few smokes and flashes, but no real firepower. Amanek will recover a Mac, an AK, I should say, not Amanek 10. And low HP for Kenny and Nexa.
Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. The nades have done so much damage after the initial frags of Zipex. Glaive gets the rifle, gets the second, and can't believe his luck. There's a third where that came from as well. So G2, half investing, AKs were available. Now they'll have the full buy. I mean, you can't deny that. They'll definitely get everything out they needed, but that was a rather easy, quote-unquote, 8th.
Yeah, I think this has really set them back in their progression, G2. They had that patch of, I'm going to say 4 rounds. There's a patch of 4 rounds where the economic decision they made in round number 5 after winning round number 4 really came back to haunt them. So you take that patch out of this, we're tied up. This is even as you like, but Astralis, they're the ones with the rounds on the scoreboard here. And it looks like, look at this, another one. Glaive's just mopping them up.
Unfortunately, if you go against the grain and it backfires, it looks like a very silly decision at times. But had that have worked out for them, you would have been singing their praises. What a brilliant move there. So different. Yeah. No one saw it coming, but you want to take that risk. It can go against you sometimes, and it certainly has here on Vertigo, their pick.
And if you factor in right now, Astralis is sitting 13-1 up in terms of opening duels. 5 rounds on the board for G2. It's not that bad. It's
very impressive, yeah, considering the fact that they have had to be in a situation like this, albeit perhaps with a trade rather sooner than here in round 14. Magisk will find a challenge, and it's Hunter that does prevail. That's the equalizer they needed. And again, G2 overcoming that man disadvantage. Lineup from Zipex. And the safe plant from Amanek. He'll be able to get out of dodge. Hunter's behind enemy lines, biding his time in the smoke. Now, as it fades, they're not expecting it. He does catch a flash, but gets away. 3 versus 3 as it's equalized by Glaive. Time for the retake. Danes have smokes, kits, the whole shebang.
Well, the Mac 10 up close and personal in hand by Amanek, and I thought he was going to fall off there. Regardless, he'll be taken down, and Nexa, the in-game leader for G2, left to win out in the 1 versus 3. Full flash to the face, but he has got time on his side. This quick kill has to go in his favor. Second one as well. Has he done it up to this point? I think he might have done the full diffuser coming through, and it's not going to work out for Device. He'll get the kill once again, and G2, they just about claw through it. Device survives. And it will be 1 more on the board for G2. But bear in mind, it's the final round coming up next, and all 5 went down again, Chad. They can't eco this one.
Oh, dear.
But still, the money is going to be abysmal.
They had to work so hard for that. Nexa wiping the sweat from his brow as he secures the 6th. He needed that. His squad needed that. But the call will be equally as difficult as the clutch in the final round of this first half. You haven't got the cash. You still can't really put your best foot forward, and it's the last round of the half. It's brutal. It's a cruel reality for G2. And I'm seeing a bit of a change-up from Astralis as well. They've opted for a sacrifice. I assume there's a rifle for Magisk lying on the ground, but Glaive's rocking the AWP. I wonder if he's got a spawn in mind.
Glaive's currently 3-0 in terms of opening duel success. You got Magus sitting at 5-0, both having a lot of...
I don't see a rifle for Magisk. Maybe he is just going snap and toe.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Just the pistol here. So both teams with a couple of emissions going into the final round here of the first half. 2 Mac 10s on the other side of things for Jax and Amanek. Let's see if they want to go with some pace behind those this time round.
Well, here we go then. The final round of this first half. G2, all things considered, some of the woes they've had to face have actually got together a pretty decent haul, where the last round will be compromised. Great shot from Dupree as they vault up towards construction here. We are going to see Jax open things up. Kenny S in the rear as well with the Galil, but the AWP is too quick. That's going to be Device bringing things back to an even keel, but still absolute chaos here. We have had a very entertaining first map, and it is going to be a 3-on-2 in favor of G2 as they plan towards B.
Yeah, Jax is in quite the optimal position here. I'm not sure Device is going to be ready for this. Oh, lovely. Pays off, finds the head, and Hunter will find the last. We got an 8-7 half out of that. It's weird. We're scratching our heads every step of the way, but it's a lot of fun. Astralis G2 continues after the break.